What up, y'all? It's your boy Paul, Four Wise Men Podcast. Just want to thank y'all for listening, watching. Feel free to subscribe. Today's episode is going to be mainly touching up on season 1. This is episode 10. We're going to cut it there as far as season 1 goes. Just a little recap of what we've been talking about. I know some of y'all have been asking, what's up with that Paul guy? Who is he?
Tyler.
Stuff like that.
Why?
I'm just an average Joe, to be honest. Nothing special about me. Everybody says I'm drippy. You could say that maybe. Who knows? A little bit about me. I ain't gonna give too much, but born and raised in South Phoenix. Love the color red, and I love everything AZ Sports. So if you like to talk sports, holla at me.
My man.
You can find me on Instagram at PaulPHX. And as far as the podcast and why I wanted to join, Manny and Jay offered me a little seat at the table.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, it's my brothers, do something with them, fun, just shoot the shit. And gets me out of my comfort zone a little bit. Always good on that. So yeah, it's just a little bit about me. Again, thank y'all for listening, watching. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. So stay tuned. We out.
My man. All right.
We can talk.
Okay. Cool. Follow. Hey, DM them, ladies. Hello.
Peace.
All right now.
Get shit, bro.
I want to put everything that could have. My memory card is only 32 gigabytes, which is clearly 11 minutes of video.
Let the people know who you are, man.
But I've been recording
Yo.
on my phone.
It's your boy Scubba, Steve, aka the one and only, aka Army Steve Sergeant. Savage, coming at you, loud and ready.
Savage.
Okay, bro. All right. Cam,
What up, bro?
talk to your boy, man.
I got nothing, bro.
Tell the viewers who you are, man.
Only took 11 minutes.
Tell the viewers who you are, man.
The video,
I'm just a
because I
nigga.
guess my memory card is.
How can they find you?
32
What's the
gigabytes.
social media?
Find it?
Social media, IG.
I got none of that.
And then this fucking shit died.
You do.
Oh, wait, I do.
You said it tomorrow.
I made sure everything was charged, and the one thing.
The random podcast?
I'm really digging that.
Four white.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to put the like.
I really
because I was
like
like,
Why you were like had your phone?
All right, man. This is behind the scenes, man. Tell the people what you think, man.
Somehow.
Like, fucking camera dies.
Boy. Yogi Swift, go and follow me on IG.
Everything that could have gone
My
wrong.
government name is Manuel Hernandez on Facebook. Like, yo, what do you want me to say? Yo, follow me on Facebook, IG. I don't got Twitter. I don't really fuck with it like that. But go ahead and follow me. You know what I mean?
Hey, Twitter can
My man.
Wiseman Podcast.
Twitter
All
can
day.
be evil, bro.
Yo, man.
Boy Jrod.
You can only handle enough Twitter for so long.
Jamboy75.
That shit gets fucking.
You can follow me on Instagram.
Exactly.
follow
You
you
spend
back
enough time
on
on there,
that.
you're gonna be happy, mad, pissed.
Tabria Majors, if you can hear me, follow at me.
Yeah.
Say that again, man. I can barely hear what you just said.
Can you barely wait?
No, yeah.
Can you barely hear me?
Like, no.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Tabria Majors. Please, just all at me,
Please.
Moochie?
man. Let me tell you, I just want to take you on a date.
All day.
We can go for a walk. Nothing crazy.
Maybe fuck you, look. No.
My man.
Wow. Tabria, I'm sorry, my friends can be uncultured sometimes. But look,
You wanna do
what's going on?
Oh. Gotta cut that.
Go.
Okay, all right. Paul, let the people know who you are, man.
AKA Paulito.
Oh, you put
You can follow
the.
me on Instagram. Same thing as Jay. I might not follow you back, but who knows? At PaulPHX. Yeah.
Okay. You got a code name? Because he got a code name. Moochie. No?
Lucy. What?
Hand over when I'm gusting nuts.
Nah.
All right. All right, cool, man.
But yeah,
Well,
follow me.
All right,
Check me
cool.
out.
This is just behind the scenes, but ready to do the intro?
Yeah.
My man, let's go.
I'm down.
That shit is wild. This nigga is always fucking.
Cringe.
Which one? Bang, bang.
No. I wish I had that.
No. Yeah.
Episode 10. Welcome to episode 10 of the Four Wise Men podcast. I was about to say the random podcast. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little fucked up.
Not ready.
Four Wise Men podcast. Welcome to episode 10. It's your boy Yogi Swift.
John Boy 75.
The plug. I'm sorry, boy. I didn't mean to step. Nigga, I didn't know which way I was going.
Yeah, I couldn't tell because
Yeah.
paused.
Yeah. it's your boy Benny. You just looking everywhere, nigga.
Because nobody will say that. Usually it's you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so you fucking up.
Yeah, like
Hey, let's start that again.
Bet.
Welcome to episode 10 of the Four Wise Men podcast. It's your boy Yogi Swift.
The plug.
Your boy Paul.
Jrod, bro.
Oh, you're not Jim. Listen.
Oh, Jim Boy 75.
Wow.
That nigga Jam Boy 75 is a mouthful, I tell you what.
So there's featuring Steve.
You gotta hype it up. Yo, we got a special guest in the building. Scubba.
Yo, what up, though? What up?
Been rocking with this cat for a minute.
Appreciate
Since,
y'all.
High school.
Yes,
That's 11
sir.
years now.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all for having me.
It's my bad.
Cut the music.
Oh, me good. All right, no.
Cut that shit out right goddamn.
I can't hear it anyway, but cool.
He's probably like, yeah,
See,
yeah.
let me
Just need to try it.
we working on the technology right now.
Hey.
You don't want headphones anyway.
No,
This button sound.
This button sound is fucking ridiculous.
It's
Oh, let
something
me
you
ask
just
you
work
the
for.
anointment.
Oh, you are a wild guess.
You know what I didn't do?
What's up?
I didn't do the 5 seconds.
I was gonna say something I thought you did.
Alright, give me 5 seconds. Thank you. That's a moment of silence. No, for those of you guys that don't know, it's a nasty buzzing sound in the headphones. Like it's like them buzzards. Like
It's like that,
it's just like
Like a cicada. That's what that is.
You guys don't have to hear it, but we have to go
Oh,
through the
yeah.
podcast.
yeah, we gotta deal with this shit all the fucking
Yeah.
time.
That's
I don't know
some
how to
content
fix
you
it.
motherfuckers don't even listen to.
Mm.
Oh, that's
We
nice.
got like 80 plays on last one.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We gotta change that too.
We still got E behind the camera.
What up?
How you doing?
Living life, man. It's beautiful.
Shout out to people at Bang. Anybody got any comments for us at Bang?
Man, they love y'all, man.
Alright, cool. Shout out to Bang. Keep listening.
The main warehouse, we love y'all.
Yes, sir. They talk about Paul, but you know, hey,
What do you say?
they loving Paul.
They love Paul?
Hey, who don't love that?
Who doesn't love Paul? Thank you. Let the viewers know who you are, man.
Paul comes here to show out. You hear me?
Look at him.
Paul, stand up so you can see dick print. Look at those bang over there.
They're gonna have to
Cutting that out. Oh.
Let's go, Paul! Let's go, Paul!
See, I need them gunshots, bro. For real, every time Paul be driving mock, we be dripping everywhere.
Ah, bro.
Paul, man.
I'm lost, bro.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Nigga living a whole ass Kanye verse.
We
Oh,
got another camera lady, or camera woman, I should say. Shout out to
yeah.
Hey.
What up?
Jake Will.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it.
Keep tuning in because we are going to the top.
Step by step.
Why not be the top?
Straight up.
Shout out to everybody here.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Getting better.
Shout out to
Yeah,
my dog,
thanks for
Sonny.
having me. There you go.
Homeboy.
Don't want to get up.
And,
Everything. I don't like.
Yeah.
Living the life.
Welch's.
Sponsored by Welch's. And Planners. Planners Peanuts.
I wish we. So snacks of the day. Bro,
I did.
go ahead and introduce it.
That's
What else could I
I wish I could say more about this.
Planners honey roasted.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
not just nuts. It's honey roasted. I don't like
I don't even like peanuts. Peanuts are filler. It's bullshit.
They are, yeah.
lightly salty?
Buckets.
I fuck with cashews,
Almonds.
and
Wait, you're not even going to school.
I like peanuts. What else?
Cashews and almonds.
Pistachios.
Pistachios.
Pistachios are hard.
Yeah.
Pistachios.
Nah, you gotta do too much to get to a pistachio.
No, you get the one that already open.
They don't need it.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Oh, you've been living in
Yeah.
99, G.
99, 2000.
I don't know who makes. I don't know what company it is, but that little pistachio company that
Like
has
with a
like
black bag.
yeah. They got this one called like red chili, I think it was.
That sounds
It was actually.
It sounds amazing.
It was red chili.
Chili lime.
Your mic is on.
Almost.
No.
No?
Nigga, when you did the moment of silence,
Speak real quick. Scubba.
Y'all hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, bad.
There you go. Get in there,
do
man.
it one more time.
Hello.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hello.
Alright, so this show, episode 10, kind of wrapping up season 1. So basically what we're going to be doing is just recapping everything that went on from the start of the year to now. It's been a crazy year, I'm not going to lie. And it's one that is going to be really memorable, I think. And to start off with the fuck shit, first thing we had, riot at the Capitol. Does anybody want to read over that?
Yeah. Lady got shot in the neck.
That was probably.
It's good.
Yeah, you remember she got shot in the neck?
It's a good takeaway.
The one of the terrorists that was storming in there. She got shot in the neck.
Emphasize that nobody is terrorists.
A terrorist got shot in the neck.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
she was busting through the window. Well, a bunch of people were busting through the window, like chairs and all that shit. Who was behind her? Like, yo, y'all need to stop.
Let me
And
tell you.
lady was in the crossfire.
Shot her in the neck.
You see it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for her.
But also, they,
She-
she did.
Good for America.
The terrorist gone.
They feel like-
Foreign and domestic.
I mean, you either want terrorists going or you don't. Nigga.
Yep.
That's probably
Four-
the
You're
best
American.
Yep. Foreign or domestic. Out to go. Out the bank.
Yeah.
But she died. Unfortunately, the terrorists killed another security guard. That was unfortunate.
Trampled him, I think.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Which is also weird because I would have just been busting. Like, bow. Like,
Yeah.
fuck warning shots. Everybody's getting hit. Everybody. Like, man.
Can't go to white.
God.
Yeah, that's what it really boils down to. That's pretty fucked up. They just
Ain't no way around it.
Yeah.
Just walking around with their hands like, stop.
Yeah.
As soon as they rushing and shit.
Like that one security guard that they were chasing up them steps.
You
didn't see that? No, they was chasing him up the steps. It was a black security guard. They were chasing him up the steps. And the reason why, and he had like, he had a gun.
Yeah.
But he wasn't using it because there was like a lot of the politicians and stuff, they were downstairs, so he was like trying to convert them to go
Yeah,
up the
he's
steps
in
to
the
get
way.
out of that area. So I'm a true hero.
Yeah.
Smart.
He's on Kamala Harris's YouTube channel.
Nice.
So that's what's up. Oh, I seen that. I seen
Yeah.
that. Okay.
He still should have shot some people.
Still should have shot some people.
I would have threw somebody downstairs.
What do you like? You know, what is your moment at the White House if that's not it? Like, just to start bucking on these niggas.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, this is the time. Sure,
Just let off a whole clip.
they stormed the fucking
Yeah.
They stormed the fucking Capitol. Like, never in my lifetime could I have imagined. Again, like, and this is just a callback to the episode that we talked about this on. If America saw this happening to another country, we would invade. We'd be like, that is an unstable democracy.
Yeah.
Fuck that, we coming.
Yeah.
Fam!
Yeah.
These motherfuckers was in there, feet up,
Yeah.
taking government documents on government computer. One lady tried to stole a government computer and tried to sell the shit. Bitch, are you dumb? Yeah. Oh yeah, your dog's turned up.
You want some that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
I did not do that shit on purpose. I
It was
didn't.
crazy, bro.
I
It
didn't
was
think
crazy.
my
Man,
man
when
said that.
when all that shit was happening, I was working from home, and then Marcus was watching.
Damn.
It was one of those moments where it's like he's gonna ask me what's going on because this isn't like a movie. Although he might have thought it was a movie, but it's not a movie. He's gonna have to ask me like what's going on. He didn't. He just like took off and ran and stuff, which I was ready for that moment. Like I'm gonna have to tell him what's going on. Now, granted, he's only 4, but at the same time, like my thing is whatever. If he has any questions, it's my job to give him that knowledge.
Yeah.
And I would at that moment I was just like ready to just like, all right, this is it. Like he's gonna ask me something, what's going on? I have to tell him.
And when he grows up, eventually, and unfortunately, this might be in the history books.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
But I don't want to.
It's
I
gonna
don't.
be rewritten a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. But here's my thing, right? The only thing I can compare this to, as far as wow, is literally 9/11.
Yeah.
Like I literally remember going to school. I remember seeing it on the news and then going to school and then we just didn't do shit the entire day.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does this mean? Like, what do you mean 2 buildings, like these people are dead, right? Because you remember what was that show called TV One or something like that? They had like, it was for kids or whatever. It was like the kids news station or whatever.
No
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah.
But anyway, so that happens, and I can just imagine someone being in the 7th grade now looking like, yo, this is the craziest shit ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not realizing, like, well, people our age done lived through recession, terrorism, conspiracy theories out the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and this is just another example. Like, that day, I remember I was at work, shit is going crazy, my phone's going off. Due to Twitter and everything like that. And I got family in DC. And well, pretty much the DMV area. My boy, it doesn't matter. My boy Chuck, he doesn't live too far from the White House. I was like, yo, stay your ass inside, bro. It was like, I just remember vividly, like, thinking about him specifically because I know exactly what, like, I know the proximity of where he lives. And I was like, Chuck, you white, so you might get fucked up. Okay. Yeah, like, I was just like, that's what I was thinking in my head, like, oh my God, like, yo, be safe out there, man. Don't go outside unless you truly have to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it was like, no, it was just fucking pandemonium.
Yeah.
And then these motherfuckers had the nerve to go out. Bro, just to go. They went out eating afterwards when they left.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking out on the town.
Like, did they all go to Applebee's, my nigga?
It was like gallivanting throughout the city afterwards, bro.
Damn.
The fucking nerve. Bitch, you just stormed the
They
Capitol.
were chilling,
And you stormed you stormed the U.S. Capitol and didn't die.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You stormed the U.S. You stormed a government building and didn't die. But this is on par with all white people who storm shit. Because people be storming like state capitals and shit. Like we saw this shit in Oregon. Right? They stormed the Capitol. Like these motherfuckers, these small ass militia groups, they just domestic terrorists. They be storming capitals and government buildings with AKs and shit, and don't nobody end up dead with a fucking scratch. I'll be like,
I'm sick of it.
but if I and 20 of my partners walk down the street saying, please stop murdering and killing unarmed black people or unarmed minorities,
We gotta be done exact.
you got to
You
go.
got to go.
Tear gas and
Now
everything.
the nightsticks.
That's fucking crazy, man. And like I'm to the death. I am going to tell my kids the truth. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna fuck what your history book says.
That's one thing because
And now it's Googleable.
it is Googleable.
We can Google the shit out this.
I mean, it's a word like motherfucker.
We gonna Google the shit up because I don't need an encyclopedia now.
Yeah.
I don't need another man's word to tell. Bitch, it was fucking. It's on the internet.
This is why I miss newspapers. Not that it was big. We were a little bit
It was
but
huge.
we didn't like focus on it because we were so kids, right?
Sports section.
But like, all that shit that's going on, like typed up, like you save it, and if shit has changed, you like, no, look, this is what happened.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what I
that's
mean?
fair. Yeah, I mean, there's no permanent record now almost.
It is. You just have to go to that news outlet's archive.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I've seen
still
shit.
find them.
Yeah, because I've seen shit from 9/11. Like I just on a random day, it was like because that's an event that I remember. So
Yeah, but how you know it wasn't manipulated? That's what man saw.
oh okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
My mom, I think my mom still has the front page of the Asian Republic of 9/11.
Yeah.
She saved that shit.
I remember 9/11. Like, y'all remember where y'all were? I was in Miss Beverly's class and while she was mumbling under these motherfuckers here.
I was in Miss McGovern's class.
Yeah.
We were watching it because I remember waking up that day and my mom was ironing my clothes and I was looking at the TV. I was like, "What's going on?" And then she was telling me, well, she wasn't really telling me nothing, but I was just listening to the TV and I was just like, "What's going on?" I was watching it and I was just like confused. I was like, "Ain't we supposed to be like top notch at this shit? Like what the fuck is?"
We ain't supposed to get touched.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to get touched because that never really happens.
History tells us we do the thumping. We don't get thumped.
We don't get thumped. Yeah.
Not on our own soil?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So I was just confused, and then when I went to the school, like we weren't doing nothing, but all we were doing was just watching it.
That's all we did at our school too.
Isn't that kind of wild though? That you would just literally just watch that shit?
Yeah, cause
watch it over and over and over again.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, they kind of traumatized us.
I wouldn't say traumatized. Nigga. That's the first time I
I'm
want to do some
That's
ass.
why I'm scared of planes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
I can see how they can traumatize you though. Oh, all bullshit aside. I mean, if you never flown on a plane or anything before, and that's like your first experience.
At that point, because I was in 6th grade, but fairly young, I've never seen a plane explode.
Where were you, Jay?
I was
about to say, look, I seen like 5 of them.
I was no. I ain't seen no plane explode. Oh no. What? No.
Where were you?
I was PL Julian.
Nope.
Just I was.
7th grade?
Yeah, I didn't get to Greenfield to the 8th.
Oh damn, never mind.
I'm PL Julian. I'm in science class. They roll. They turn on the little TV thing. PL Julian was interesting in the fact that they had like the old school tube within like on a like in a corner or whatever that came down. That's why I was wondering like what did y'all have?
Oh,
but
Miss Beverly rolled that shit in super quick.
Oh,
she fucking damn near bent the corner with the fucking TV on the roller, nigga.
We had the shit on the corner too.
Okay, I can't remember who my teacher was. I know what she looked like. She was a white lady.
Y'all talking about like the TV with the stand and they have to roll it out?
Yeah, double stand.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what they're
They're
talking
about.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
there was actually a TV.
Okay.
Like
We
it
used
was
to watch the
a
Steve Harvey show sometimes.
Yeah, hey, with Miss Roberts.
Oh my god, that shit
I was
nice.
not as fortunate.
No.
The last hour?
I just remember was watching that, and the entire day we just kept going class to class, watching that, and I was just like, "This is crazy."
Yeah.
Like, we would just talk about it, like, "Is this real?"
Mm-hmm.
So
A
confusing.
couple of my friends got taken out of school. I remember their parents came and got them, and I was looking like, "Oh man." My mom was
next.
Yeah, but I knew my mom wasn't going to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, she's like,
Over there, you're all weird.
I'm surprised my parents sent me to school because when I woke up, everybody was in front of the TV. They were telling me just a plane crash. It was when the first plane hit, so it looked like it was just an accident. And then a little while later, the second one hit, and then we're like, "Oh, well, this ain't no accident."
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's crazy. Every time something like crazy happens, like the whole storming the Capitol and stuff, it always leads back to this.
Yeah.
I think because one of the things that has in common is the terrorism.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
People just don't believe. Domestic terrorism isn't. I think in America that's not at the forefront.
That's not because.
Well, it's because it's done by whites.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting.
It's literally a racial bias behind it.
Yeah.
Fam, this past Christmas, a man blew up. Who was that in Tennessee downtown? Was it Memphis? Downtown Memphis?
Oh, when he kidnapped the.
No. He blew up like what was it?
Like
4
a
blocks?
city block, yeah. It was a city block.
It was a city block. Okay, I don't want to put on at 20 on 10s. You wouldn't hear about it because it wasn't on the news much. But see, Twitter's a good equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, I was like, ain't nobody gonna talk about this. This motherfucker
It was on camera and everything.
blew that shit up. And I was just like,
He blew himself up too, right?
yeah. And I was just like, why is this not this is, mind you, this is like Christmas weekend, was it? It was like Christmas weekend. This is like the big shebang. You know, no pun intended. Like, this is a big fucking deal. In a major American city, a city block blown to smithereens, like I'm talking about old masonry buildings, like with brick, gone, and not a fucking peep. Why? The common denominator is white man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
You hate to even say it like that, but I mean, honestly,
There's nothing else there's no adjective we can throw in there.
The writing's on the wall.
We talk about this every time. By every metric, like Pocahontas' dad said, these white men are dangerous. These white men are dangerous. And
Oh my God.
What kills me is this. Because every time it's like, why? Right, because we all see the racism and stuff that goes on and stuff, whether it be, the Trump supporters and everything like that, and they spew in their views and everything like that. But I'll just be like, y'all not scared to die either? Like, y'all not hollering at your brother? Because they really not, if we want to talk about white domestic terrorism, they don't necessarily kill a mass amount in black communities. They, like, these mass shootings and shit, bombs, who they killing really? That's what. But I'll just be like, why are y'all not afraid? Why are y'all so calm? That's my thing. I'd be like, if I was a white man, I'd be looking, hey, I don't trust you. I got more faith in the black dude.
Yeah.
Because I know he's not gonna go on a massive shooting spree. That's my thoughts.
That's true.
They don't want to admit that though.
They don't. Because that means they gotta hold their family and friends accountable.
Yeah.
They got. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You're saying it.
You gotta hold your family and friends accountable. You gotta hold your funky ass uncle. You know what I'm saying? When he's spitting that bullshit at Christmas or Thanksgiving holiday, you gotta be like, "Hey, motherfucker, I will report your ass. I will report you to the CIA, the FBI, any alphabet I can, and put you on that list." Yo, you are a domestic terrorist. Like, motherfuckers be like, yeah, one day I'm just gonna lose it. I'm gonna bomb this.
Okay.
Like, oh no.
Uncle Jethro.
Yeah.
Let you know.
Can you say that on camera for
Yes.
me?
Yeah.
And
But honestly, people pretend like it's a surprise when this shit happens, but really, this shit has been talked about at nauseum by these motherfuckers, and all of a sudden it happens, and you're just like, oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what made them do it. Everyone that wants to pretend like they're so fucking confused, and it's. Like Paul said, man, he's sick of seeing it.
And I know it's been said, but like racism is more out front now because of the times we're in. Everybody has phones and technology and stuff. So
Yeah, it is.
Feel empowered, man. People not getting their ass whipped like they should.
Yeah, like we said, the KKK never waited. They just lost the hoods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this got a new Twitter tag.
Fam,
Yeah.
I think it's been said at nauseam. Like, we know. So the KKK has infiltrated law enforcement. We knew that shit decades ago.
Yeah.
Our parents and grandparents knew that shit was happening. The FBI just finally put out a statement this past fucking year saying, like a report saying that is a fact. I'm like, bitch.
We know.
We know, motherfucker. We been knew.
Motherfuckers ain't even surprised. Like,
I don't even trust you.
Yeah.
Like,
You writing this.
Yeah. But, okay, duh.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, come on, fam. Well, what else we gonna do? What else can we do? That's why remember when I was, prime example, right? I had 2 friends think about joining law enforcement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling them, I remember telling
This nigga.
I was telling them, I was like, understand and be careful what you're going into.
Talking about me.
You talking about us?
I didn't want to throw it out there like that.
I had 2 friends.
Wow.
And then he said, "Remember we."
I realized I fucked it up, but I just remember talking to y'all about that because I was just like, I was so fearful because I was like, what you would be getting into is such a mind fuck because you and then once you put on that badge, you one of them. Now you can hem and haw and say, well, no, I'm not. I'm there to help my community, but you're one in a few. And that blue silent shit is real. Yeah. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, it's prime example, right? LA has, their sheriff department has, they're under investigation now. And it's been it's been reported that they have over 20 plus, gang members within their ranks, right? That like some of them, like cliques and stuff like that, right? And they just harass minority. They harass Hispanic and Black people. And I'm saying that because if you join law enforcement and you are a minority, if you're Black or brown, and you may go in there with the best intentions, but understand that your superiors are probably racist or have racist bias.
There's been movies like that.
Yeah, we see it all the time, right? And there's just been countless studies that there is a fucking bias there. It's not impartial, right? Black people or Black people, Mexican people are disproportionately thrown in jail compared to their white counterparts. That's a fact. There's no way around it. It's some bullshit. So, I'm sorry to go on a tangent. I kind of lost my thought there, but it harps on the racism, man. So, if you trying to join the police department, be careful.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. So this last time was just, I didn't have a job and shit, so I was bored as fuck. So I thought, but my first time back in 2012, that shaped my life. Was really getting that shit going. And Trayvon Martin, nigga, I was just like, man, I can't trust you, motherfucker. Like dead ass. Like that shit was wild to me. Like I thought, all right, so I have to uphold the law that let a nigga go off of bullshit. Bullshit.
Stand your ground.
Yeah, stand your ground. Like I'm like, all right, well, time to eat these biscuits, nigga. I was into it, man. Like I wanted to be a cop like ever since I was like 17. I was like really into that shit. And there was a hiring freeze like I knew when I first got out of high school. And I mean, then the hiring freeze was over. I was like, I think it was like 312 at the time. I lost 112 pounds, nigga. I was really just trying to get to the
threshold,
And I was there. I fucking took the written. I did the physical, and then I was actually gonna get into the academy. And just that whole shit happened. Just changed my whole mindset.
It's tough, man.
It is.
It's grueling, man. Because I've talked to police officers, specifically Black or Latino police officers, and I just was very blunt. I was like, "How do you do it? How do you sleep at night knowing that your coworker could have just fucked somebody?" We're talking about Phoenix PD too, notorious for lighting motherfuckers up.
Yeah. A couple of cases though.
Yo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you? I was like, how do you deal with that? Because I know it's got to be traumatizing. Like, do you go to therapy? Like, it was like, well, yeah, we get offered therapy and stuff like that when stuff happens. I was like, but you understand? Like, he was like, yeah, to a certain extent, my community. Like, one was like, we went to lunch. One of them really just broke down and got really emotional because he was like, there's this sense of loss in my community. I really became a cop to help my community and try and police my community. He went so far as to make sure he was on patrols for his community and his neighborhoods that he lived in and that he grew up in because everyone knew his name and face. I was like, that's good police work.
Yeah.
That is fucking sensational. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Right? So and I was like, okay, that's awesome. That's great. I was like, so in theory, Jesus' family or Tyrone's family, you'd be like, hey, he ain't supposed to be out here. Let me go holler at his mom or grandma. You know what I'm saying? And go do that.
I'm sorry.
That's the most racist thing you can think of, my nigga.
I'm just saying.
I look at Tyrone. I've yet to meet Tyrone style. But that Tyrone shit was out of pocket.
I looked at Cam.
I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah, like okay, anyway, but what I'm saying is I found it very profound that he went out of his way to do that, right? But then you got other police officers who don't have that connection to these communities, and Jesus, they don't know that he may have some mental issues, right?
Yeah.
And he gets his ass whooped. He gets beat down or whatever, and they're like, well, he's resistant. No, really, he's autistic, and he's nonverbal. Yeah. You didn't know that because you're not from the neighborhood, nor do you really police this motherfucker.
Yeah,
like
you can't really police the streets of the neighborhood you're not engaged in. That shit's wild to me.
Yeah, so, that just made me think about that, and I'm just like, well, how many cops do that? He was like, rarely any.
Yeah, I remember when someone thought I was shoplifting in Walgreens and they called the police and like the nigga came in and he was just on bumpers. Like I was like, all right, well hold on now. Like I didn't really do anything. He's like, well I don't believe you. I was like, well, why do you believe them? He's like, well, they called me. I was like, what the fuck? So literally, I'm like, well, we could watch the cameras. And this nigga tried to intimidate me. Like, well, if we watch the cameras, and we see something, I'm gonna take you to jail instead of you just calling your pops. So I'm like, okay. This is what it is. I mean, I didn't do anything. And then ultimately what happened was they watched the video, had me sit on the outside. Then he tried to come out and pretend like I did it. And I was like, that's fine. I mean, you could say that. This is gonna, you're probably gonna give me on some bullshit, but I mean, this is just kind of is what it is. And then that's when my dad came, and that nigga, he was all wise. Like, let me see the motherfucker. Then like, he's like, nigga, you do it? I was like, nah. He's like, I believe this motherfucker. So you need to show me something that proves that he did it. And it's like, what was he trying to steal anyways? Like, and it was like 59-cent, literally 59-cent gummy, like one of those little gummy rolls. Yeah. I'm like, nigga, I had that. Like I wasn't trying to steal. I literally, what I would do is, because I didn't want to go home like Ralph Rip, nigga, there's really not much for me there. Mm-hmm. So I would walk around the store and I would just fucking browse. It's Walgreens, nigga. The Circle K was the next stop because I would go in there, play fucking free games for a hot minute. But you just trying to keep yourself busy, nigga. I'm either finna go home and do nothing, or I'm gonna run these motherfucking streets, right? Or I'm gonna just look around at these fucking. I'm reading ingredients for Similac and shit. Like I'm just that fucking bored. Yeah. And and niggas just followed me, and I had a candy in my hand, and I got long ass arms, so I'm just sitting there walking normally. I'm not trying to hold it at my fucking chest, like trying to pretend like, oh look at me, I'm not stealing. Yeah. This nigga said I was trying to slide it in my pocket. I'm like, no, I wasn't. And me not being I'm not really a very confrontational good person, like in general, just because usually I'm pretty level-headed. But so me not escalating, be like, all right, fuck you, nigga, or anything like that. This nigga just thought he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. Then he tried to intimidate me by saying he's gonna call the police. Go ahead, I'm cool with that. And then just fucking crazy. Yep. So
weaponizing the police is such a bitch move.
Exactly right, and I'm just
weaponizing these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's fucking
crazy. Because when you weaponize that, like remember when that lady weaponized the police against that dude in Central Park?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Yeah,
that's
the exact same
She's
fucking thing.
Screaming and pretending like her life is in danger.
And this nigga's like, he's like, yo,
bird watcher?
Yeah, the bird watcher shit.
She went to the extent of choking her own fucking dog.
And she lost the motherfucker. She lost the dog.
As she should have.
As she should have, right? But I mean, eventually she got the dog back, and then
as she shouldn't have.
She shouldn't have. Yeah, but that's just like weaponizing. Like See, that's when people say no, that doesn't happen. That's not real. That's not real. Motherfuckers is weaponized. That's
exactly what that was, right?
Exactly.
And then as a child, nigga, like 13, I didn't know that. Like, so I'm just over here, just I'm thinking, all right, so police are there to help you, protect you, and all this other shit. And then when this nigga just started popping off for no reason, I'm like, well, maybe that's not the case.
I'm not gonna lie. Where's the camera? I grew up. I don't trust the police.
Say again.
I grew up not trusting the police.
For how long?
There was one police. For how long?
Forever.
Nigga, take the full off that.
Forever. Like I'm so serious. Like I was like, they have never done me any justice. They have never nothing. I've never seen a police officer do anything great. Reach out to my community or anything. Right?
I mean, it's fucked up because I live both sides. You know what I mean? Like, like not only that happened, but like there was a probation officer, Mr. Royster. That nigga was all for me, my G.
I do. Okay. I'll take that back.
Exactly.
Mr.
Royster was tight as fuck, nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga
I'm not
gave
cutting
me
that.
bikes. He fucking drove me home. The days, he saw me walking the streets. He was like, yeah, come on with me. And it's just like, like there's people like that in the community. But, there's these other motherfuckers. Yeah. So that, like, won't even shake your hand. Like, that's like my whole thing is like, hi, I'm Cameron, nigga. Like, nigga walked in. Yeah, I'm just like, what? He's like, I don't shake hands with criminals. I'm like, well, this is fucking awkward. Yeah, I swear to God, I can't make that shit up. I swear to God.
I would have been like, like, that's fine. I mean, I still eat pork.
Alright, nigga, at 13, I'm not that good.
You're right.
But at the same time, you just don't expect it. And you're just like, alright, well, blindsided.
There was two. I've been harassed by the police like significantly twice in my lifetime. Like very drastically. It was like I'll never forget it. One is at ASU downtown. It's the middle of it's got to be August, right? So we're crossing the street. Well, actually no, we're at a light. It's me. I'm in just regular clothes. I'm not in the suit and tie or anything like that. And these white dudes, businessmen, they in typical downtown shit. Like they got somewhere to be. They're
Suit
and tie shit, right? We at this long ass light, and finally we just strike up a conversation, talking, right? I'm getting late to class. They getting late to where we gotta go. So everybody, we just looking around. It ain't a mile. It ain't you know what I'm saying? It ain't no car. I'm like, fuck it, we just gonna jaywalk. Collective mind thinking. We just look at each other like, yeah, let's just go. So we go. Of course, one time comes barreling down the street. This is Van Buren. Comes barreling down the street, flips the lights, going crazy. Flips a bit. I mean, hits a Yui. Hits a Yui, and gets on the loudspeaker, and he's just yelling, "Stop! Stop! Stop!" Now, mind you, it's me, 4 other people. Nobody stops. He comes damn near running. He was running. He's running and literally is after me. Now, mind you, we all jaywalked. He was like, "Do you know what you did?" It's like, across the street. It's like you jaywalked. Across the street. And I was like, okay, yeah. Like I did jaywalk.
Don't you got a bigger fish to fry, man?
Of course, right? And he's just, but luckily, one of those business dudes looked back and saw me being harassed for jaywalking. That cops clearly saw all of it. Like he if he saw my big ass, he definitely saw them. But he was not like giving them the same energy and vigor. You know what I'm saying? So he turns around and says, "Officer, is there a problem?" He was like, "Yeah, this man was jaywalking." He was like, "Well, so is me and my 3 other associates. We were all jaywalking. Why are you targeting him? And why are you not why are you not arguing with any of us? Why did you not stop us? We all walked at the same time." And he was like, "Well, he's the one I saw." He was like, "Sir, he was literally 2 steps behind us. If you saw him, you saw us. So why are you stopping just him?" Officer was, now mind you, this is another white dude in the shirt. He was like, "Well, I can give you all tickets." And I'm like, hold on, y'all. Because I know for a fact it's going to be a fat one, and I can't afford to pay.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, he was like, so the dude was like, "Well, fine, if that's what you want to do, but best believe, I want your badge number, I want your name." He was, the whole, I'm an angry white man.
That doesn't work for us.
Exactly. So the cop was like, "Well, he was like, no. You're not going to chastise us. We're leaving." I was like, "We?"
Excuse me?
So he's like, "Yeah, come on." He's like, "Come on, we're leaving." And we bounced. I went to class. I'll never forget, it was right off of the political science building, right off of Center Street in Van Buren. Walked into class. I was like, that was the most gangster white man shit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, because I ain't never seen nobody talk to the police like that and not get their ass whooped. So I'm like, wow. The second time, I was at ASU down Tempe campus. I can't remember what year it was, but I was at a Greek probate. I can't remember who was my boy. It was a couple of my boys who were signals crossing. I remember vividly saying, "Okay, I want to go put my bag in my boy S. Dot's car." So he's like, "Yo," he throws me the keys and he's like, "Yo, I'm right next to Bank of America, 2 streets over. Make a right by the Italian joint." By the Italian restaurant. I was like, "Okay, bet, I know what your car looks like. I can find it." So I'm walking, and there's this white lady, this white girl actually. She's roughly our age, like my age at the time, and she's like crying. So of course, what do I do?
Jrod to the rescue.
I see the white lady crying, white girl crying. I'm like, mind you, I could have easily just said, "Fuck that. I need to just go. I'm just here to put my bag away." But I was like, "Hey." I just stopped her. I was like, "Hey," like I gave her fair warning. Like I'm walking up to her. I'm like, hey, like, are you okay? Because it's dark. It's dark. And I'm like, well, shit. In my mind, I'm thinking she could have been assaulted. Something fucked up could have just happened. And this is lady crying. So I walk over and I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you sensible? And she was like, yeah, I just can't find my car. And I'm like, yeah, I'm running late. I got night class. I was like, okay, what, like, do you remember what necessarily what it looked like? And she was like, yeah, so I help her find her car, right? But she has to walk further than where S. car was. So I was like, hey, it's right there. You'll be fine. Tempe police comes up. I guess he must have seen her walking very fast paced or whatever. But like she's walking towards the car. The car's coming, let's say south, and she's walking north. So they're passing by each other, right? She still got tears in her. I know for a fact she still got tears in her eyes. But I done already hit the corner. Tempe police hits the corner, flash the blues, and I'm the one with the keys in the car. I'm like, well, I can't be stealing because the car door is open. Like, I got the fucking keys. But anyway, so my bag's in the car, and they're like, so what's up? I'm like, you fucking tell me. I don't know. It's like, what you been doing tonight? I'm like, just going to a group probate. I'm just trying to get back. You know, I'm missing the shit. So he's like, well, go ahead and have a seat for me. I'm like, why? Why do I need to have a seat? Yeah. Mind you, the fucking light is in my face, so I can barely see this figure. But I'm like, no sudden movements. Ain't nobody out here dead Jrod. So I'm like, this is bullshit. Why are you stopping me? He was like, what happened with that girl back there? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, like, she's been helped. It's out of my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what girl are you talking about? It's like, yeah, we saw your interactions down the street, and she walked off crying. What did you do? I'm like, excuse me? And right there, I'm stuck, because I'm like, what the fuck what do you mean, what did I do? And so I'm like, well, hold the fuck up. And I literally said that. I was like, well, hold the fuck up. I was helping her find her fucking car, because she's having a nervous fucking breakdown, crying in the middle of the street. It's fucking dark outside. I'm just trying to be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being a decent fucking human being, and I'm getting harassed for this shit, right? So I'm not in cuffs, but I'm putting my hands behind my back because, you know, hey, no sudden movements, right? My mom taught me. She gave me the rules. Don't do that. You better, hey, come home. Do whatever you have to do to come home, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm just getting emotional, man. Because the anger,
the fact that you gotta get walked on like that,
yeah,
I feel you 100%.
The anger and helplessness I felt in that moment, I will never forget. Because I knew I was like, 6'3", 300 pounds. I know for a fact I can beat this dude's ass, but he's going to shoot me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see my family again. I'm not gonna see my mom again. All because I did a good deed. She raised me right. She did a decent job. So I'm sitting on the curb, the hands behind my back, thinking like, what's gonna happen? And I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck are my friends? But they don't know what the fuck is going on. Luckily, that girl comes back and she sees me. Fake, hands behind my back, just contemplating life. Walks over and says, "Officer, what's going on? Like, he just helped me 15 fucking minutes ago. What the fuck could he have done, right?" So they're like, "Well, man, we saw him. He just like literally automatically comes to her aid and was like, well, ma'am, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, did he hurt you? Did he do anything to you or anything like that?" And she's like, "No, he was helping me. He was helping me find my car, and I found it, and now I'm going back to class." So he's still badgering her. "You sure he didn't do anything?" She's like, No, he literally helped me. And she said she waited for a while. It was two of them. One was still in the car. mind you, the light is still in my face, but I'll never forget the look on her face when she looked at me and was just like terrified. It was just like fear, just pure fear. And I remember finally looking up and seeing like the shadow, the silhouette of him, and he was looking at me. He's like, "You're free to go." So dust myself off, try to gather myself. The light is still on because this is the joint where this is the SUV where they got the big light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, little spotlight.
Yeah, the spotlight and everything. So I'm like, well, hold the fuck up. I need name and badge. Fuck all that. Name and fucking badge. Skirts on. Y'all know me. I ain't got no good eyesight anyway. So.
He was
And the light's been in my face for like 15 fucking minutes. Everything was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But by that time, the girl, she was like a couple hundred yards away, and she crossed over Mill Ave. And this is for those who know, at the time on Mill Ave and University, there's a Chili's, and there was a Chili's parking lot right there. That's roughly where it was, like on the other side of that, where that bank is, and then like in that neighborhood and stuff right there. Yeah. And she sees me cross the street and waits for me. She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was just like, I'm sorry that happened to you. You didn't do anything, and I'm trying not to cry. I'm holding it together. And it was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, was just swallow it and not like just break down like, why did this just happen to me? Man.
It's crazy because you know why it happened to you, but you don't want to believe that that's
Yeah.
the reason why it happened to you.
Yeah.
Because you see this shit all the time and like portrayed on like TV and all that shit, and it's just like, well, it's just TV. When it actually fucking happened, that's a whole fucking game changer.
And so we're walking or whatever. We're walking, and then we're walking back to ASU campus and everything like that. And she goes to her class, and I go my separate way. I go back to the auditorium or whatever, and I just sit down. And I'll never forget, my boy asked, I was like, "Man, what the hell just happened to you?" Like, he's like, "Man, you took forever. I know you know where my car is and everything like that." And I'm like, I just look at him and was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah." And then we just watched the degree program. I told him about it later. He's like, "You get a badge? That's fucked up." Yeah. I was like, "Bro, it's no way we can." He was like, "Nah, bro, that's fucked up. We can find out something." I was like, "What is there to find out, man? There's nothing like
nothing you don't already know."
Yeah. And
that's frustrating.
Horrible.
Yeah, man. That's one of those. I'll never forget that feeling in the pit of my stomach, man. So, yeah, racism is real.
Yeah, I know we went on a long,
My bad.
Yeah, we went on
it's a tangent, but as far as the capital goes,
we already 51 minutes.
Come back around to the capital.
So yeah, but the domestic terrorists.
Shit was real.
Terrorism is over.
To tie that back in.
This nigga Betty said this is gonna be a short one today.
51 minutes in, bro.
That's how you recap.
let's change gears.
So that happened in January. What happened in February?
What did happen?
Was it the Gorilla Glue?
Oh my god.
Was it the Gorilla Glue?
Actually, it was a Gorilla Glue.
What's the Gorilla Glue?
The girl who put Gorilla Glue in her hair,
So
and that shit was like a helmet.
She thought it was gel.
she thought it was I think she thought it was like that Moco gel, the
Ah,
gorilla that has a grill on it, but it was the Gorilla Glue.
It
Yeah, I
says
thought that
Gorilla
shit.
Glue on the bottle.
Yeah.
No. So she ran. She ran out of her gel.
Yeah,
so
please,
she used
please.
it instead. It's not a mistaken identity.
It was purposeful.
Yeah.
I still never really catch about the story, but I just seen her picture.
The thing is, they don't even sell it in the hair product section. Like,
She went to Walgreens?
She legitimately
Home Depot.
decided, I'm gonna try the Gorilla Glue instead of the.
unless she had it at the crib or something and just
Yeah.
picked it up.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know, but
Run out of gel,
Yeah.
put some water in it, shake it up, more gel.
So we gonna legitimately put Gorilla Glue in her head, thinking it was product.
No, there's
She knew it
no
wasn't product.
mistaken identity of this product, my nigga. This
She
is
knew it wasn't product.
yeah, this is
She knew
a
it was gel.
And
this is
her
a
hair-
wild woman trying something very stupid, and then it's
Her hair was completely seared to her fucking scalp.
Couldn't she tell her
She
head
had
was
to have
thicker?
surgery.
Motherfucker.
She had to have surgery.
Yeah.
to get that shit off.
Yo, no way.
Yeah. That shit was looking real crisp.
Where the fuck was this? Did it look good at least?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
That shit was laid right.
No.
Pristine.
Yeah, they had surgery.
Yeah.
And I guess, and Crystal came to me and she told me this, and then I was like, look, she's gonna get a lot of sponsors, she's gonna get deals, she's gonna get all this shit just because.
What she get?
What she did.
Oh,
She got like
you
to
don't
get
want shit money, nigga. What you
for,
get?
for her surgery. They didn't charge her at all for it.
Like, GoFundMe or Gorilla Glue Company paid
Everything.
Nothing. The surgeon said, hey, look, I'll just do this for
Oh,
you.
Beyonce surgeon at that, or
Somebody surgeon.
Yeah,
Really?
somebody famous.
Yeah.
There were still people like there was a GoFundMe account and there was people sending her money too.
Why?
For being a fucking idiot. That's why.
Bro, we need to do something. Let's put Gorilla Glue on my legs.
Your shit is like 20 pounds heavier, nigga. She got all that fucking head leg hair, nigga.
That would be terrible.
Yeah.
Take out that arm hair, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. Brought that up.
It's fucked up.
But yeah, that was
That shit was crazy.
stupid.
That shit was cool.
Gorilla Glue.
And then she kind of just disappeared after a while, but
Well,
She got the bag, nigga.
Yeah.
She gonna wait for her hair to grow back, and then she probably gonna do that dumb shit again.
God.
Or like make YouTube videos where like the fucking what is it? The thumbnails like.
They're like YouTube videos testing hair products.
Yeah. Oh my god. I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this shit. Oh my god.
What else happened?
I just want to be famous.
It's just sad that you have to be famous over some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
Stupid shit.
Good shit don't sell.
Good shit don't sell.
That's actually true.
Good shit doesn't sell.
But it's never mind.
But it's
It don't matter.
People are
Well,
stupid nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
They've been stupid. It's just more at the forefront now because we can see it.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'm trying to look up the fuckery calendar. Like, I follow an account that they post like major events.
Fuckery.
Yeah, like they're doing it by the calendar.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what, 2020 was so fucking crazy. 2020 is just 2021 is definitely gonna. And they put the Gorilla Glue. Oh, here it is. Okay, so storming the Capitol February is Gorilla Glue. March is Markle and them. Prince Harry.
Oh, that interview?
Oh my nigga.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I don't worry about Brits, bro. I don't care about that.
Oh
don't
my
care
god,
either.
nigga, that's a little xenophobic.
Like I said, there's 4 personalities on here with 4 different opinions. To make that 5.
Yeah.
What does that got to do with
Holy
anything?
shit, that sounds like a plug.
I don't worry about freaking
I ain't gonna lie. Every time
Prince
I hear
Harry and
about
Meghan
them,
Markle.
like, I could give a fuck.
I don't care either. I don't like the English monarchy from what they've done to
Very
the
racist.
world. So yeah, they're racist. So it wasn't surprising.
Racist savages.
Yeah,
Hey,
these white men are dangerous.
what's more shocking is that niggas just don't believe it still. They're just like, I would
Yeah.
never. The
Like the
queen.
queen.
Yeah.
The queen was never.
This bitch is 185 years old. She done beat a nigga.
She's yeah.
Bro, I remember when they got married. Crystal had me like stay up and watch.
That was such a
You
big,
watched the royal wedding?
I didn't watch. I
Oh.
fell asleep.
That shit was everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't care about it either. But the simple fact that the whole wondering if the child is going to come out dark.
That was crazy.
Mm.
You see that meme where the queen was holding like
Yeah.
like those color cards?
It was too dark for that
It
movie.
was like okay, not
And
okay.
it's like the baby's so damn fair skinned. Like, 'cause Meghan Markle is literally
Light skin.
Half white.
half white, but and then she's with her dad's white and her mom's I don't know like Creole or something like that. But anyway, her mom's very fair skinned herself, and just simple Punnett squares, man. God damn, if Meghan Markle's half, she's marrying a white man, having a child with a white man, the baby's gonna come out fairly like now. I will say ancestors tend to.
And grab a hold of that child, nigga.
Yeah, that's very possible. Where the motherfucker, genetics can be crazy,
Yeah.
but highly unlikely. So when that happened, I was just like,
What's crazy
this
is
that
they
racist.
had sensitivity training
For
that family.
Oh my
They
god.
had somebody come in to do some
You
sensitivity
can't call Megan's
You don't get
Megan's
the
little
hell
nigga
out
with a
of here.
pickaninny.
yeah. You can't.
Why did I get traded for that?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. It's like Starbucks having their fucking.
Yo, that fucking out, bro. Like,
Yeah, I think it's like damn little crack.
wish I could sleep that long.
Shit.
So yeah, Meghan Markle. What else?
More domestic terrorism happened last month.
We still in March on this calendar.
It happened last month.
Oh shit. Okay.
I forgot what month it is.
Yeah, it is April like the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few. Man.
March was wild.
Yeah, March was real wild.
Can't wait for me.
Kurt Franklin cussing out his son.
I didn't see that.
Kurt Franklin's cousin?
Cussing out his son. You know.
Oh, cousin. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Probably deserve it.
that nigga love God, but he ain't gotta love his son like that.
Stupid boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that, and then obviously the whole Derek Jackson thing happened in March. Also.
Oh,
nigga,
That was good.
that was great.
That was.
I knew he
good
was fake,
comedy.
bro. I just knew.
Yeah, I mean,
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Shameless plug on my.
King Jackson was happening.
Fantastic.
You know, you can just tell when a nigga just fake like that. Yeah.
No, women can't.
Oh, women can't. Well, you know.
I saw this shit coming my way. I was like, ain't no way.
Hey,
Ain't no fucking way.
wait, why is everybody clowning his wife? Is she like fucking weird or
Because
something?
unfortunately,
She was dressed different.
She looked good, but like,
yeah.
like yo, like for real, like why is they like they clowning him? I get it.
So,
But like, why is they going after his wife?
Because one, Steve Scubba, she represents a mold of thinking of Jesus will fix everything, and it's like, well, you can believe that, but you're still getting disrespected and cheated on.
yeah.
If that is your flavor, that's your flavor.
You
But
ain't gonna fix everything. You gotta fix shit yourself sometimes.
this is true. Now
Like,
we know that.
No.
Steve, we know that. But the Bible will have you. I don't want to say will have you thinking differently, but the Bible means so many things to so many different people, and when you hear her speak, I've seen people who you can say that they're zealots, like very I don't know the word I want to look for. Very ecstatic about the Bible and take it word for word as in literal terms. And she seems to be strong held in her faith. Now, you can be strong held in your faith and not be played a fool.
Yeah.
Nigga, they one of the commandments, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Right.
What?
But it talks about
Oh, there you go.
you know,
his neighbor.
Oh, this is my nigga Derek Jackson finding loopholes.
There's 3 houses down.
but just the way she talks and stuff, people. That's why people were calling her the way she talks, because she talks as though it almost like she's brainwashed and is in a cult.
Look here. That's not why niggas is a clown there. It might be part of it.
It might be part of it.
But the bigger part is that
what's
she
the-
got on camera dressed like Aunt Jemima while this nigga
With a
Derek
bonnet.
this nigga Derek Jackson was in like a full blown suit. That's some fucked up shit.
That man's so
You already,
narcissistic though.
you already
He's
embarrassed.
speaking in third person.
Yeah, that shit's disgusting. You already embarrassed your wife to the point,
Yeah.
like letting this shit come out public. Now you gonna drag her in here, looking at.
I mean, it was gonna happen anyway, right? Wasn't the mistress gonna? It was gonna come out anyway. So might as well be
Yeah,
out.
so this is already after it was out. This nigga, it was out, then this nigga denied that it wasn't, like it wasn't what people thought it was.
I
and
thought he
then-
did. Then he took it back, and then he's kind of like damage control now.
Yeah.
Right? Like then he come out, then he kind of walked it back in third person, very narcissistic.
He was cheating though.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
nigga-
like
He stepped out on his wife. That's been confirmed. He said
yeah,
it.
multiple, right? At least two.
I don't know about
At least two at the minimum.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, I only know about one.
I'm
I
guessing.
think it was 2.
Yeah.
It was 2.
I'm sure it's more, but I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
There's more than two
I think it was
allegedly.
confirmed.
Oh, okay.
So two are
Well,
confirmed.
he's saying allegedly more than 2. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you got at least two though for sure.
But you can.
A and B. Probably C, D, E, F, G, the whole way through, right?
Black men don't cheat though, so.
That's what he was.
Black
saying.
men don't cheat, but black
Yeah.
boys do.
Allegedly.
Oh,
Bars.
Steve was dropping bars.
wow.
It's not racist.
It's not
It's
racist.
not a
It's
little racist.
not racist.
Just little niggas, baby.
I got the gist.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, we got.
the gist.
You can replace black with brown, white, purple, yellow. Don't matter. Boys cheat, men don't. Simple. Simple.
Boys cheat men don't.
Yeah.
This is borderline.
Come on. I mean, yeah, it's all individually, but whatever.
Loyal kings.
Hey, don't forget your crown.
What happened? What happened? All right, we gonna.
What happened? Sex was a little about sex.
We're gonna take a little break.
Okay. I don't really care.
No, I wanted to put the.
Oh yeah, commercial break.